Madea.
My daddy.
I want to talk to Madea. You know why I want to talk to Madea? Because I can relate to Madea.
That
Calling
so
somebody
weird.
and telling them to talk to me as your character
Hold on,
is fucking ridiculous.
I know.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to that. Because
She
we
was
are
getting on my nerves, that whole fucking shit.
I'm right there with you, bro. I'm right there because we're gonna get to that.
Babar, the Black Cauldron.
Babar, yeah, Black Cauldron. That was the one that's a Disney movie that they won't show anymore because it's so dark.
I used to hate
Disney was going through a thing with like teenagers
Cauldron.
dealing with very stressful issues.
And Dungeons,
cocaine.
Dungeons and Dragons was out around that time, and them kids that killed each other.
Like fentanyl. Baby, I'm telling you.
Right.
Wait for the 80s cocaine. He was having shit.
Bro,
Yeah, that shit
you
was
right.
weird.
You're right about that.
For sure.
Boom.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I mean, let's go ahead and get this.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that next episode.
Oh, this is me. I'm setting this off, bro.
Oh, we recording.
I have to because I have.
All right, man, go ahead and play it, because if this shit weak and you said it.
I don't know, man. Hey, look.
What's this? Is this something new? You playing something new?
Yeah, it's new. But nah, like, so, I mean, this is Black on Purpose. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. There's artists. All right, my thing is this, right? I've my whole stance on like new artists and ignoring them until it's kind of undeniable, right? Mm-hmm. It's happened with everybody. It did with 2 Chainz, Kevin Gates, Kendrick Lamar. The list goes on. If they're good, it's gonna work their way into like, all right, this shit is hard. Couple days, about a day or two ago, a record comes on. I'm like, yo, this shit is hard. And it's oh, hold on. That is not it.
What?
Let me get this. I think we plugged up, right? I think we are plugged up. Let's see here. This shit.
Hey.
Hey man, listen.
Run up on Big Glow, you won't, I bet your ass be on the floor. Big carbon here like Mayweather, Tula come through and bow a hoe. Got millions out that rap shit, they hate a bitch, but they stole the flow. Got back in after back in coming, fuck em, I stole the show. Don't run up on that bitch, she a head case, all she do is shoot.
Man, listen, boy.
Glorilla. I'm geeked on next week, got no more features, I might just stir at you. I'm geeked on next week, got no more features, I might embarrass you. Yeah, Glow, stomp a little pussy,
I see the engineers is learning to push them vocals back. This isn't impressive, man.
Y'all niggas is crazy.
Nah, man. No. I can't do it no more, man. I can't pretend anymore, man. This shit is ass, yo. I can't pretend anymore. They get a good beat and rap on beat, it's still ass. I can't pretend no more, man. If I could do this shit freestyling and playing around, I'm not impressed.
Nah, bruh.
I'm sorry, man.
This is fire, fam.
Yes.
Nah, man.
I don't care what.
Nah, you shouldn't.
This ain't just.
You shouldn't care.
Y'all will eat these words.
Okay.
Y'all will eat these words.
I'm not. I'm tired of pretending, man. Go back and listen to the shit we used to listen to. The mixes sound better. Everything sound. The energy about it is better. Nigga, I can play some Tribe right now to blow that shit out the fucking. I'm tired of pretending, man. Our shit was better.
You're comparing Tribe Called Quest, one of the greatest.
No. I'm comparing. I'm comparing
one of the greatest acts in the planet.
I'm comparing the effort behind music to non-effort music. That's what I'm comparing.
I mean, look,
It's no
Play or
effort,
Fly. All right.
no effort,
Better than that.
Come
That's
on,
still
man.
legend. Like,
Legend.
okay,
How-
hold on.
okay.
Y'all two are not wrong. But the reaction that people are getting from this Glow song
This shit is hard.
is like niggas
Because it's
love
better than
this
the rest of
record.
her songs.
Yeah, it's better than a lot of shit.
better than a lot of shit
All
that's
right,
out.
so
It is better than a lot of the shit that I've been
if a
hearing.
nigga
but
stink up
still.
a bathroom and it's like, oh shit, and then the next time they take a shit, it ain't as bad. You like, oh man, that last, it's still shit in the toilet.
That's hellified shit.
Nah.
All right, man. I mean, I'm just tired of pretending that shit is dope because we don't want to sound like haters. I'm talking about the energy behind the music.
The energy behind this is crazy.
Yeah, you could juke to it, but I'm just saying the music as a whole. Yeah, you could do the Memphis juke. That's what it's made for.
That's really what it's for. Is
yeah, to grab. If you from Memphis, and I'm not shitting on Memphis people because they do have a sound.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But to call this impressive is just
impressive, bro.
All right.
I just said it was hard.
It's just hard.
And it sounds good to me.
Yeah, and it's gonna look dope. It's gonna look dope and sound dope when somebody's juking to it. But I'm not I'm not bumping that.
Yeah, it sounds better than what you hearing from a lot of these cats now. So I get where y'all coming from, but I'm like,
I could get. I mean, the beat is hard. She's rapping hard, but it
ain't better than Utopia.
Nah, man. It's just some things just.
Who is Killer Mike now?
It's like we conditioned to like accept all this stuff and not say nothing and not say it's trash because we don't want to sound like an old washed up nigga talking about new music. When there was a lot of old shit that was trash to me when I go back and listen to it, like damn,
exactly, it is.
We used to listen to this shit.
It is, but what I'm saying is,
so my opinion is even across the. Oh my God! Don't get me started on Wu affiliates.
Killer Army.
I mean, I never liked that stuff then. But yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So like, it was cool. It wasn't cool to say it then, but now it's like I'll say that. I can admit that was trash, just like I admit this. It's just not impressive. We're not raising the bar with shit, man.
It's all right.
We're not raising the bar with shit, and that's what the whole point of, especially hip hop. It's always been about raising the bar.
This shit is hard. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know, man.
The beat is hard.
The beat is hard.
I think
she's right.
She
sounds good on it, but it's like, all right, stop for a second.
Yeah.
Give Project Pat his flow back for one.
But it's Memphis.
I understand that. It's
the
New York.
Generation
it's New
of
York.
Memphis.
Everybody don't sound like Nas.
No, Nas is one of one.
Thank you.
Now I'm not.
Thank you.
I can't.
Project Pat is probably one of the greatest niggas from Memphis.
Yeah, but again, new generation.
All right.
Like,
I mean, also a lowered bar.
Thank you.
Is what he's saying, and I think that's what me and him are saying. There's a lowered bar. Just because they're new doesn't mean we can't hold them to the same standard of expectation.
I understand.
Just because they're young. Outkast was how old when they put out Southern Planet? Okay.
Yeah.
So like, all this,
and that shit still stands up today.
The OGs ain't OGing, and the youngsters aren't allowing themselves to be OG'd.
Hey, I appreciate this glow. Keep it going.
No, a lot of people appreciate it. I'm just saying, like, just on another end, and when you say things like this, you're gonna sound like you hating on shit, and I'm not hating on shit.
I'm not. But what I'm saying is, I understand what y'all are saying exactly. Mm-hmm. But in comparison to her contemporaries right now, this shit is crushing.
That's not saying much though.
But even still, it is crushing the land.
My homie has the perfect for that narrative. My homie has the perfect. And you can cut this out if it's. He was like, nigga, if I was in the Special Olympics, I'd be the illest nigga.
I understand.
On the track
I get
and field.
that. I get that. But what I'm saying is, in the landscape of busted open, pussy wet, all that, and
that's what I'm saying.
And she coming with, hey, I'm stomping niggas with shell toes. Give me that.
I mean, let's go in that direction. I get where you coming when you say it from where you coming from, but when the execution, is
it leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
If she give me an album of this, I'm buying it.
Because when you listen to like Tierra Whack and
Tierra Whack pisses me off.
Why? Because she doesn't put out records.
Yes, she is the new Missy, and she refuses to be the new Missy. So she pisses me off. She is super talented and chooses not to do
Tierra Whack put out some. But when we hear people like her, we like, oh man, that's amazing. That's how we should sound when. Yeah. That's how we all should be in agreement when we hear new artists. Like, damn, they're dope. They're really taking it somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I'm not mad at anybody, but it's just annoying that people always asking for new shit and then glorify baseline, bare minimum shit.
That's why I'm highlighting this. Yeah, Glow.
Okay, shout out to you.
Shit hard.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, man.
But along with this is a great not segue, but whatever. But yeah, man, I'm tired of pretending shit is dope, man. Yeah, man, the way they carry this, like, man.
Like I've been very vocal about even the new wave of like just rapping over instrumentals with no drums. I don't like that shit at all.
I don't like when it's done for the sake of doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to do this because this is what everybody's doing. Like when Rock Marciano, he was, really is like an offset of like Wu-Tang type shit because Ghostface was doing this shit. And then when Rock Marciano made it his shit and everybody started doing it, that's when it became like, okay, we can put some drums under there now. And he did it because he was learning how to produce, so he only knew how to do loops on the MPC and not go in with drums. So he just was doing what he knew how to do. So that's made it even more genuine of a move. And now it's kind of like, oh, it's dope just like that. It's like, but it could be doper though if you just throw some drums in there. You know what I'm saying? And now it's just starting to be like a played out thing, and it's so much ill shit out there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of good music out there. And we all like circle around, not we, but people tend to circle around what's getting the most traction and what's getting the most, and
everybody else is doing.
What everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
And people it's not the artists, it's the listeners getting lazy or been lazy.
I mean, we only kind of get what we get, but eventually, like I always say, eventually stuff runs its course, gets played out, and then the artist the fans start starving for, give me something, and then that artist shows up, and then it's boom, and then it's like, oh, why are they blowing up? Because niggas been starving. Yeah,
like this shows like the kind of perspective that's kind of daunting, man. Just to know that people out here is thinking and just we got the internet research.
Yeah.
Who Killer Mike was. I woke up to 1,000 comments of old heads talking about, oh, how you don't know who Killer Mike is? How you don't know who Killer Mike is? And they gave me a few song suggestions. So on my walk to class, I say, you know what? I'm going to expand my palette. I'm going to actually go in these comics and pick out a few songs and listen to them. I listened to the songs, bro. And still not my cup of tea. But look, I know exactly why I didn't like those songs. The older generation tends to like the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? The lyrics are the most important thing, the content, what he's actually saying. Is he telling a story? Is he saying something? That's the most important thing to them. But for us, it's all about the aura, the lyrical content.
The vibes.
Is it a vibe or not? I don't give a damn about the lyrics.
Okay, wait. Okay.
No. You got to listen to the young people.
If it sounds good,
listen to
I'm rocking with that track. And that's the reason I really don't like lyrical rap like that, because they just rapping. They not vibing on the track. They not
crazy.
You move sloppy, but keep your body in perfect shape. I'm all right. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I need.
Okay, so
man, I just feel like it's a generational thing.
Crazy.
I'm not saying one better than the other, but I'm just on the side of mumble rap. I just feel like if I wanted to learn some shit, I would just go listen to an audio book or read a book. I don't really look at music to learn shit. Like, I just want to vibe for real.
All right, so what he isn't saying anything new. He's just saying it in a different way. The argument that he is saying is the same thing that we argued when we were listening to Outkast and somebody was listening to who we got? Your Lyrical Miracles. Is the same
J. Rue the Damager?
Yeah, same thing of
I don't think that argument was being had back then.
Yes, it was.
We weren't saying that. We weren't saying that.
We were saying that about Biggie
We
and
were not
Pop.
saying
No. You're talking about a time when
no time in our generation did we ever say that we were more focused on the vibe than the lyrical content.
He's talking about 97.
No,
we were not having that conversation
Yes, we were.
at
A
any
little
point
bit.
in our generation.
A little bit we were.
Niggas sit here
No. Hear me out.
That is
Hear what he
not
said.
What we were saying.
Hold on.
Underground and mainstream, yeah, but even still, both of them still had some form of lyrical content.
That's what you understand and know.
That's what was happening.
But what the argument then was they're making radio songs.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so it's
That's
the same thing. It's the same
Shit was
thing.
pop. Shit
It's
was
the same
pop.
thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
It's the same thing. It's like
what I'm saying.
that's a
the
radio
same
song.
thing.
Not really.
Remember
The shiny suit era.
Not really.
Common used to
Nah,
throw bars
that's
at them
not what we
niggas
were
on the
saying.
daily.
Yeah, but they were saying that because they weren't talking about the conscious shit. He's saying like I don't give a fuck what they're saying at all.
That's what
he's saying. I don't give a fuck about if they talking about, slapping your mama or uplifting the nation. He's saying that literally.
That's what the argument was, though.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was. They're not saying nothing. They're just
people were saying those words, but that's not what they meant when they were saying that back then.
What we're saying, the baseline is the same. They're not talking about nothing.
Nah, it's not the same thing, man. But
that's the exact same thing.
Nah,
how is it different?
It's not, because
how is that
what
different?
he's saying is literally. He said, "I don't give a fuck."
I'm not talking about literally what they're saying. We're saying if you strip the conversation down, you're talking about substance. Hold on.
Go ahead.
If you strip the conversation down, you're talking about substance versus nothing. Versus just anything, a beat, a hook. And that's what a lot of arguments was for hip hop niggas in that time, was like, oh, it's just a catchy hook.
I think
hold on.
Go ahead.
When Puffy and them, when Biggie were saying we're making songs for radio for women, and then we got the other stuff for y'all if you listen to the album. That's what the argument was then. People were saying, they just sampling. They not doing that. They're not putting nothing in. It was the same. It was the same argument.
It was a lot of arguments saying, oh, Tupac makes songs for the bitches. And then niggas be like, yeah, because the bitches is where the niggas is gonna be at.
Right.
Like I had those conversations.
It was people making money people making music just to make money, and that was the argument.
Yeah, but I want to push back and say that what was not being said was, I don't care about what they're saying. Neither side of that argument back then was saying that.
I know what you're saying.
Let me finish what I'm saying. Yeah. What was being said back then was on the right hand side with the backpackers was like, y'all ain't taking this shit serious enough, is what was being said. But nobody was arguing about, oh, this side is not saying nothing. This side over here, they were still talking about shit, but one side was calling the other shit bullshit. This guy is saying, I don't give a fuck what they're saying, as long as the shit feels good and sounds good.
Yeah, that's understood. So that's understood.
I just want to point out that difference. Like, I see how y'all could try to tie it together, but it's not really the same argument as what we were having back then. Now, he's literally saying, like, and that's why I'm speaking up on this, because I've had this argument before with some of the young guys. They're like, yeah, that's all nice what they talking about, but is it a vibe?
Yeah.
And when I ask, like, what is a vibe? Can I do this to it? Can I get live? Can we get litty to it? And I'm like, but what is he talking about? And they've literally said that to me.
Same thing, bro.
Okay, bro.
They were talking.
It really isn't. But
bro, listen to Mos Def when he redid Children's Story. When he's literally saying, the record producer taking these records that ain't talking about nothing, getting into the radio to make money just because it's vibing. We're using different words and language, of course, because it's different times. But people Common was shooting at Puffy every chance he got. Yeah, talking about you're not putting nothing into the music.
Because again, like I said, they were talking about you not taking this shit serious enough. That's how I interpreted the argument back then when I was living through that. It was more so like them.
Yeah, I mean, you
saying
can,
that.
Mos Def is literally saying there's nothing into the music. There's nothing. There's no effort. There's no teaching. They were saying the same things that are complaining.
The other side was not saying, I don't give a fuck.
Other side was getting money. I'm not saying that. Hold on. Because I'm not.
Artists felt like that they were talking about something.
You're getting what I'm saying wrong. I'm not saying
what I'm saying wrong.
No, listen what I'm saying. I'm saying that they're not saying they don't have the exact same argument. My thing is, if you boil both of those arguments down, it's still substance versus getting money and just making records to get money. When you boil both of those arguments down, when you take all the semantics of vibe, you take all the semantics out, it's still mainstream music is absorbing. It's consumerism music.
Yeah, and it's
versus kind of art. It's the same argument.
Right.
And I would say from that time going forward, it just got worse. You know what I'm saying?
Which is how we got to the I don't give a fuck what we're saying, and are we saying anything at all? So I could agree with you on that. I just want to point out that is not what the conversation was back in that golden 90s era. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
like, it's devolved into this.
Yeah,
but that's not what we were on back then.
It was kind of the beginning of it, because like I was in high school having those arguments of like, of like, I don't want to hear all that blah blah blah. I just want to hear. I want it to sound good.
When that whole Laffy Taffy era was about that.
Oh my God, yeah.
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
That's where I say it all really went downhill.
Speaking of, Shawty Lo hated Laffy Taffy. They called him while he was in jail. He was like, "Hey man, take that shit back." He was like, "I don't know," because they loving it. And if you notice, Shawty Lo is D4L.
Yeah.
He financed D4L. But if you listen to Shawty Lo music and you listen to D4L's music, they are two different types of rap.
It's different.
Because when you play They Know and Laffy Taffy, you would not think it's the same crew.
Yeah.
Shawty Lo knew exactly what rap was supposed to sound like to him. It sounded like Eazy-E. That's exactly where that's the derivative that he comes from. But he was not trying to do no dance records. The only dance you did was running in place to the goddamn They Know. That's it.
Yeah.
I just want to make that distinction when you talk about
that's a good observation. I didn't even peep that, but yeah, he would be a South Eazy-E.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Selling
that makes
dope,
a lot of sense.
Women, the way he rapped, like his look, all of that is
Damn, I
straight
didn't
up
peep that.
Eazy-E.
Yeah.
All of that is Eazy-E. But there's something that I wanted to ask because I guess I'm the youngest in this conversation. What made it so different? And I guess we could transition to I guess, I don't know, Black Hand Side ain't really up yet. But what made the 80s so different than like the start transition into the 90s with people making music and dancing and enjoying it and lyrics being there sometimes and lyrics not being there sometimes? Like, what made it so different that people didn't argue like that stuff in the 80s?
It was.
I don't think it was different. I think it was just smaller.
Yeah, and it was still new.
Yeah.
Because the old school niggas didn't like when niggas start putting out records. You know what I'm saying? They
like give me
like
the era.
old school rap, like early 80s, late 70s, early 80s.
Cold Crush type.
They didn't like the fact that niggas was making records. You know what I'm saying? They was like, yo, it's taken away from the party. You know what I'm saying?
But people partied to those records.
Right. I mean, it was a natural transition, but you always have those pockets of people that don't like where something's going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like Melly Mel hating on Chuck D.
Right. Like I remember niggas talking about Onyx. Like they was like, man, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Serious?
Like, yeah. Right? They don't like none of that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, niggas didn't like Outkast.
Niggas didn't like
You know what I'm saying?
Outkast.
Like, it's always that.
I can't. These are things I
And
can't.
it's like, and it's like, my thing isn't about the kids. It's about the kids that don't. Like I always use the analogy, whatever it is you're getting into, the most important thing you can do is learn the history of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like whatever you do. If you do woodwork, you want to go into the history of woodwork, the different types of wood. Yeah, like who's a guy I can follow and learn stuff. And that's what annoys me about some of the kids, that they refuse to do it, and they come off sounding ignorant because they just refuse. I ain't looking at who the fuck, like when Kai Cenat did that shit.
Killer Mike.
Yeah.
Just look it up. You don't even have to ask us
Like,
that.
you could look
it up. Start with his
owns
first
the internet and won't look it up.
Yeah, you got you got the opportunity. You can start with his first feature to his first project, and you can see the transition instead of just picking a few songs and saying I don't fuck with this shit.
I think a lot of it is now there's an abundance of everything, right? Like you can find all the music you want, and now you don't really have to sit there and discover a bit like, yo, what's that? What's this? I've never heard this before. Like when we grew up, that's what it was. We kind of got served different things, and you like, yo, what is this? Like who is Razkaz, right? Who is Tila?
We had
like you know what I'm saying?
we had a buffet of styles and content.
Like,
you
so
know what
we
I'm
got
saying?
to see Cash Money become a thing and be like, yo, what is this sound? Like, what is Luke? Like, what is Luke?
You
Right?
know what I'm saying?
You
So
had
like,
a lot more variety back
You're
then.
not wrong, but like you just said, in the 80s, things were smaller, right? So think about this. As a cat who only had cable in his house, when his mama said, if I see the cable man out there, I'm paying him for the bootleg.
Yeah.
So I only had cable sporadically. If I didn't have cable, I had two things: the box and Arnell Star.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
So I didn't have. We had the box.
So I had to watch what niggas was watching.
Right.
I had no choice.
Yeah.
Technically, nobody, cable or not, had a choice in the 90s because you had to watch rap when it came on, Rap City, or Yo MTV Raps when it came on.
I mean, but then there's a little thing. There's a little difference, and you see it a lot. It's just you just don't see it in widespread. Like we were kids that tried to get into shit. You know what I'm saying? Like everything wasn't just at our feet, so we had to go out.
You had to seek things out.
Yeah, like my uncle just happened to be a DJ, so I'd go through his shit, you know what I'm saying, and watch him spin. But I wouldn't leave the room because, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, he in there doing that old nigga shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was just like it's a curiosity that these kids don't have, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
But that's where I'm going. Like,
yeah.
Okay,
I see what you're
saying. I had to wait for Yo MTV Raps. You had to wait for Rap City. You knew BET was a big thing because it was all black, but videos came on at a particular time.
You had to read the credits.
On MTV, you had to watch and wait for stuff until you got to what you wanted. But you might see something fly. I'm in the pizza shop before I get here. Dude switch from lo-fi beats to Green Day. Soon as Green Day come on, I'm singing every note.
Right.
I'm singing because I had to sit back and watch Green Day before I got to Yo MTV Raps. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, like, the buffet was whatever they pulled out.
Yeah, we were subjected to Phil Collins.
There you go.
Like,
but it was dope. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
A lot of it was dope.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whether it was dope or not, it was gonna be dope.
It was exactly. But now kids don't
dope.
have to go outside of the rap genre. That was what Mike's rebuttal was against Kai. You're not listening to anything else but your stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I had to listen to other stuff
because a lot of this is because of the internet. Like, that's where a lot of this the whole decline and divide of everything started, because you don't have to do anything now. You can do whatever you want. And even when iTunes became a thing, right? That's when it went from, hey, what is the name of this song, to, hey, what song you like? Oh, I like track 4. I like track 5. I like track 9.
Shuffle culture.
Yeah. You don't know the name of the song anymore. You don't know who did it because there's no credits anymore for you to actually touch. It's just all on paper. I mean, it's all on the computer.
And the kids, most times, they don't know the artist. They just know it from, like, TikTok.
Yeah.
Or social media.
That's terrible. Because they only know that 30 or 15 seconds.
Yeah,
they don't know the whole record.
And they're happy with that.
Yeah.
They're totally fine with that.
Any better.
With that 15 seconds of just.
But
the
the thing
record we
is,
just played, the Gang Glow record, is like under 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's 2 minute song.
It's under like.
It's 2 minutes. Song.
I mean,
all that money behind her, she got a 2 minute song.
And then and it just goes back to, like, okay, that song is made for that moment. You know what I'm saying? For that TikTok.
I wouldn't say that, because Outkast had Two Dope Boys, which was like a 2 minute song.
But what I'm saying is they didn't make it for TikTok.
No, they didn't.
You know what I'm saying? They still made it.
And that was a freestyle. This is Glow's record. Like, she like.
But I play it back to back to back to back to back.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not a dope record. I'm just saying, like, damn, we've heard it before. You know what I'm saying? We've heard it. We've heard it all. We've heard the beat. We've heard it all. Like, just throw some live instruments into this. I'm not tripping because it's a Memphis sounding beat. I love the Memphis beats. I love watching them niggas dance to that shit. The shit is dope to me. But it's like, just add another element, like kick it, you know, take shit up another level.
It'll get there.
You know what I'm saying? And it's disheartening to see us celebrating normal, regular ass shit.
Hey man, gotta start something. We gotta rebuild somewhere.
Man, this nigga Chuck.
I mean, I hope we are rebuilding.
This nigga Chuck Berry was walking across stage doing the duck, nigga. Try that shit. Try to do the duck walk and still play a guitar and sing.
Yeah,
nigga, that shit ain't easy to do.
I think also this lends very much into kind of a topic that we're gonna get into, just knowing, like what Dougie Fresh was talking about, knowing your history, because a lot of people are just rediscovering things, redoing things like it's new, and we're looking like, no, this is not new.
The Kelsey fade.
Yeah. That's yeah.
That man got on TV, said y'all could be out there on the first day of Black History Month.
Right.
Y'all, wow.
That's the thing, man.
And it's like I said, it's just sad because we got all the tools to get as much historical knowledge as you can possibly obtain. You can DM Dougie Fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so strange how much we have and how little we use it collectively.
It's taken for granted.
Yeah.
It could, because it's always been there. Like, even for me, thinking before the internet is like, it's hard to kind of think of what we did every day before the internet, and because we're so used to it now, like you get in the car, you want to go somewhere, you throw on Apple Maps, Google Maps, you go. Like before that, nigga, it was printed out on paper, like MapQuest, like it's. You know what I'm saying?
Knowing landmarks.
Yeah.
Like that comedian was talking about, like, our head was on a swivel. We had to be aware.
Yeah, you had to. But as technology has expanded and grown, certain stuff, it's just there. We don't really look at before the time. We take it for granted.
And we talked about that last time, how dangerous that is. Because the intent is for it to be useful.
Yeah.
But it turns into a thing where people is too useful, and then other things in culture get lost. Like, like we talk about Saturday morning cartoons. Things just aren't anymore. You know what I'm saying? Just because of, you just stream it. Watch it whenever you want to. Reading credits.
We're gonna
listening to a full album before commenting on it.
Getting a physical album and having to spend that time. You had to save your money and beg your mama to take you to. Well, for me, media play. Like you had to wait.
Media play, boy.
You was reading stuff in the source like, oh, this Crazy Bone album better be a hit, boy. It better be it.
The
boy.
Reviews.
Yeah.
Review, the thumping bass line and the pianos. It told you what's going on to where it's like, damn, I have to hear this shit. Like it described the music. It described the time,
because the journalists would go to the sessions with the artist.
They would have the album 4 months before it came out, so they were sitting with it.
They live with it,
so they were able to critique it and not just say, "Well, I turned it on and it kind of sounded like his last shit." And it's like, yo, whether it did or not, that's not a critique.
Nowadays, they just get an email with the link and
and then the review was out later that day.
Yeah, there is no sitting with it, digesting the new sound,
and then even just the value of it being like a tangible thing, I got the album in my hand.
The physical aspect of music played a part. Like I remember buying "It's Dark and Hell Is Hot."
Yeah,
I remember my first Nas album is my favorite Nas album. I didn't say it was his best.
Yeah,
I said that's my favorite because I said I got my money. I ain't got to steal my uncle's records no more. I'm gonna go buy it. And I was like, yo, I like this.
Yeah,
but like. People older than me like, you like I Am? I'm like, that's the first Nas album I bought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I remember niggas laughing at me because I like Biggie. It was like, you like Biggie? I was like, yes, niggas dope. Like,
where was you at?
I was in North Carolina, man.
Well, that's still
I thought y'all like up north stuff in North Carolina.
We did, but
half of Brooklyn is in North Carolina.
I was weird because I was like, what do you mean? Like, this is good. But yeah, it was. Yeah.
There was a big divide back
it was a big divide between Pac and Big.
That 97 was the year of division.
Yeah,
that's Source Awards. They talk about that shit all the time. It's like Questlove, he was talking about. He was like, you can see the divide.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
Because the year Biggie beat Nas for Lyricist of the Year, that's when everybody was like, there's some bullshit.
Right. Yeah.
Was that bullshit though?
Hey man, I wasn't there, so I don't have a dog in that fight. Yeah, we got to get past the Biggie versus and Nas versus people and realize time. We all see who the prophet is. Right. 6 album, 3 years, nigga. I can divide.
Yeah,
we all see who the prophet is.
But I
Nobody fucking with ain't nobody fucking with Esco, man.
Nah, I mean at this point, no. I mean, if Biggie was still around, it'd be probably different. But I mean, it could have went a whole different way. Who knows? Because Big was a worldwide guy. Like he loved West, East, South. Like he was that dude.
Yeah, I wonder how that would have panned out. Like, was he going more? Because it seemed like after him, what was rap like after Biggie? It was G-Dep, Shine.
Yeah,
probably wouldn't be no Shine if Biggie was not.
Are you asking?
No, I'm talking what Bad Boy looked like after Biggie.
Yeah, it was Mace.
Mace was it.
Yeah.
The pinnacle.
He
was definitely the pinnacle, but I know they had other rappers.
Yeah, G-Dep, Mace.
Loon. Black Rob.
Oh yeah, Black Rob.
Black Rob might have been the last hard rapper there.
Yeah.
And I've honestly never heard the Black Rob album.
Yeah,
I just never heard the Black G-Dep album. That Child of Ghetto was hard.
That shit was hard.
Child of Ghetto was hard. Rapping.
Yeah, man.
Hip hop, get niggas riled up. Yeah, that's how you start a pod, nigga. Talk about some hip hop, good old nostalgia.
Yeah, man. All right.
We staying on bullshit.
Nah, let's Do you want to hit Dougie Fresh first? You want to hit Monique
We
first?
time them all together, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had to take away from just watching both of them.
All right.
But you want to set it up? Well, we knew what was gonna happen. So
Yeah. I mean, Monique was on Club Shay Shay, and following the Cat Williams trend of telling the truth. I'm gonna tell my truth. I'm gonna have this sip, and I'm gonna tell something.
How it happened.
Right. Truth
How
or not
it
truth.
is.
Yeah. So that happened, and like in traditional fashion, the internet was set ablaze.
we need a fire.
Right.
Everybody had to weigh in.
Right.
The weigh in. That shit is funny to me.
Yes.
Kevin Hart weighs in on.
Everybody weighs in. DL took it.
That nigga did the double tap.
Yeah.
He said, and another thing.
I guess it's kind of hard to shut up when somebody talk about your family in general.
Yeah.
Very difficult to keep quiet if somebody's still talking.
Yes. So she went on the show. If you haven't seen it for whatever reason, didn't really. I mean, honestly, she really didn't say anything new. She kind of stayed true to what she's been saying for the past 5 years. Of hey, I got a problem with Oprah because of what she did. I got a problem with Tyler Perry because of what he did. Lee Daniels, she had a problem with, but she said, hey, we pieced it up because he actually did what he was supposed to do. We talked, he apologized, we're good. But everybody else, nah, I still want y'all to do X, Y, and Z, and I want to be compensated because y'all put my name out there in a bad light and cost me a bunch of money, right? And that's kind of really the whole gist of it. I went into it with, at first, I was like, man, let me see what she's talking about. And then listening to it, I was like, I mean, yes, she has valid points, right? Like technically she has valid points on some things, right? You have the Tyler Perry audio of her talking with her husband and all of that. Very valid. But my thing is, like,
some nigga shit.
yeah, it is. We're watching ATL.
Yeah.
Today's movie is ATL.
ATL. Classic.
We watched this before.
I'm pretty sure we did.
I don't know if we did.
I think we did. We definitely did. Matter of fact,
Is that the same scene from Set It Off?
same
Is that
building.
homage to Set It Off?
Same building.
Yeah.
Set It Off is in LA.
Oh,
Well, I mean, it's the same. Well, nah, because black folks, we clean a lot of buildings. But yeah, she wanted some things from Oprah and them, Tyler Perry, and conversations were legit valid. But I feel like a lot of her requests, it's just not realistic. I think what Tyler Perry said in that convo, in that phone call of like, look,
he was so tired of them niggas.
he was. And he basically said, like, look, the best thing that you can do, get a hit movie, it all goes away. All these problems go away. That's what you're going to have to do. And then on her end, she was like, nah, but you got to do this, my brother. And what about this? What about that? And
He said, check this out.
right.
All the money that I come across from Precious, I'm gonna send it to you. How does that work? We don't want no chump change. He was like, oh, man. Like, yo, what the fuck are y'all calling me for? And then they was like, you called us. He's like, nigga, I'm returning. Yo, all right, man, go ahead. What y'all want now? And they would not say what they wanted. It seemed like they would just
make it right.
Well, I think what they were asking for was for him to come out publicly and say, like, you know what, Monique is not difficult, and we apologize for making that statement about her. We did her wrong. But again, like, y'all laugh, but again, how likely is that to actually happen?
That's why I'm laughing.
That's our point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but that's where I see her side of it, because he says on one end, like, you know, all you got to do is get another movie, be great in it, get with a good director, this, that, and the third. But how difficult is that? Because being labeled difficult in Hollywood is a real thing.
Yeah, and he kind of reinforced his statement. He was like, yo, it was difficult working with you on it. And he explained why. He was like, yo, we doing the press runs, but then she said, she wasn't going to do a press run for free. Now I don't know how they worked that out in the paperwork. But she wanted money for the press run, and he was just like, "Yo."
I think contractually she wasn't required to go do it overseas.
No, she was not.
And there's another part. Not to cut you off, Fab. There's a part of that story that she left out that I heard her talk about in another interview, when she was saying that at that time there was like a rift between her and one of her sons at the time that she was in the process of repairing, and she was more interested in going to spend that time with him than to go overseas and do that when she wasn't contractually obligated to.
Yeah, she mentioned that in there.
You know what I mean?
I mean, she said a lot of stuff that's understandable.
Yeah, she was saying like, yo, I got family situations going on during the film. I'm also doing a show and I'm doing like a tour. I'm not gonna go overseas, but this is the thing. Like, it's all right. You're starring in this film, and the studio is asking like, yo, come promote the film. No, you're not like contracted to do it, but like, yo,
it's kind of one of those things where you're kind of expected to play ball.
Yes, and
if you don't play ball, that's how you get labeled difficult.
Because look, I took what she did was what most niggas do at work. Hey man, just clean up over here.
That ain't in my job description.
That ain't in my job description.
That's what she did.
Yeah,
that is what she did.
That's exactly what she did.
And to add on to that, when you start doing things in your job that isn't in your job description, and you do it for you. I'm doing this for me. Things happen.
Yeah.
Ain't no telling who she could have met overseas. Like, we always wanted you to be in this film because you did that. Now, when you talk about, the integrity and shit like that, that could be a part of it. Let me do this for the film's sake. And then I could go overseas, and then you meet that person that's going to get you to that next level. But when you just say no and you negate the whole thing for whatever reason, you probably had fantastic reason or a suitable reason to not do it. You still can't complain. You chose not to do it.
Because even in her conversation, they called her like 3 times. Like, yo, what's it gonna take? Like, we need you to be over. Like, they called once, she was like, nah. They called again, and she was like, nah. Then they called again and was like, what's it gonna take to get you overseas to promote this film? Like, you're in the film. So it was like, obviously this is a big deal for them of like, yo, we promote the film. Like, do us a solid. Like, we got you.
I can understand
you know
why
what I'm saying?
I can understand why. If that was her reason, I can understand that. But it's just like, it's not one is right and one is wrong. It's just like, well, it's like you chose not to do it. They're going to be upset because you chose not to do it. They're not going to be like it's all good. So to them, it's difficult. For you, it's the necessity of what you had to do. It's the differences of opinion and probably some misconstrued communication, because I don't think she talked to Tyler Perry until she seemed like she didn't talk to him until that moment.
Yeah, and this is the thing. I think a lot of it is that it's her point of view of things. It's a lot different. It's viewed by everybody else as like, yo, why you doing all like just.
I mean, she said it so many times in the interview, which made it make more sense to me. My personal opinion is she's bogus, but what she was saying was making it made sense. If you're that kind of person, ain't nobody finna play me. I'm getting what's mine. I'm gonna let it be known. You're that kind of person. Yeah, you got to face the back blow if you're a difficult person to deal with.
Yes.
Yeah,
and because everybody ain't trying to play you,
right? Yeah. And that's what I kind of got from watching it too. I feel like, man, Monique is probably one of those people that's like very easily offended. And has always got that, like you said, you ain't gonna play me, you ain't gonna play with me type shit. And it's probably very unnecessary. But on the other side, I kind of understand because essentially what she's saying, when you really pull the scope out, is like, yo, why are these 2 very powerful black people doing this to another black person in public? And
you talking about?
Yeah, like she's like, why aren't Oprah and Tyler? Oprah,
yeah, she leave Oprah alone. Don't even worry about it.
Like, yeah, she been gone. Like, she been across the street eating the raisins and the potato salad.
You waiting on an apology for Oprah? Yeah, I hope she not holding her breath for that one.
Yeah, fuck Oprah. But, she's not. She don't fuck with us. Right. Which she's kind of made that very clear. But
when she wants to.
She fucks with us when it's convenient. Yeah, when she wants to, when it looks good. We
understand
for her.
That.
But I think that's where Monique is. And like I was saying when we were talking about it earlier, man, it's like, okay, it would be great if we if we didn't have to play their game, then I think it would be easier for Oprah and Tyler Perry to do what she's asking them to do, and it probably would have happened with no problem. But they have relationships and stuff that they have to protect in business for them to be okay. Mm-hmm. And when you playing on that board, that's the shit that makes people say show business is ugly.
Right.
It's Hollywood, baby.
Yeah, Hollywood is ugly.
It's Hollywood.
Yeah,
they don't deal in the truth. They never owed you the truth.
It's all a lie.
Reality TV is a form of television.
Yep.
It's never the truth.
That's the reason. That's the reason Patrice didn't play. He didn't complain. He just did not play.
He just didn't.
You know, you got to make that choice. Like you gonna play and complain, or you just
play
don't play
and keep it moving.
Dave Chappelle did not play. I'm not playing.
And he made his own way. But here's the thing with Dave. Dave had the ultimate spotlight. So for when Dave came back, he could play by his own rules.
Yeah, he had
didn't
the
need
power.
50 million. He already had millions. Not saying you didn't need 50 million. But he had bread. So it's like, okay, the 50 not really gonna hurt me because I already got money and I live comfortably.
Oh shit. Yo, this is crazy watching this when you sit, just looking at it. My bad.
No. It's a great movie.
But no, and another thing to what you were saying,
the whole movie, man.
And he hit me in my face with some goddamn money. boy, where you been?
He called T.I. He called T.I.
Your little big brother.
Your little big brother.
Your little big brother.
Look at him.
The fact that he's dropping the girl off at high school.
But did we not see this
That's
growing
some
up?
super hood shit. Yeah.
Did we not see this growing up?
All the time.
I'm not saying it's right, but this is what we saw.
That's what we saw.
Yeah.
I remember girls in 8th grade and 9th grade, and they wasn't riding no bikes.
Hopping out of Caprices.
One of the finest girls in my art class.
They wasn't in no bikes.
She dated a 21-year-old.
Yeah.
We in 11th grade, dog.
It used to be mad cars. Not mad cars, but I've seen cars by the bus stop. But oh shit.
Bone and Mike.
Young Mike.
Yep.
But one thing that you just said that I think everybody kind of blows over when you talk about Dave Chappelle coming back. Dave Chappelle also came back with jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
did.
actually funny.
That's where I draw the line.
He has a record of being funny on stage.
The funny, baby? Where's the funny?
You know what I'm saying?
It's just not there.
That's how you kill him. That's how you get him.
Yeah, like she's with her, man. She's a great actress.
That's what I was just about to say.
If she would just
to a movie,
get in that bag, that acting bag, Monique is up there. Like
do
she's
some shit.
Great actress, comedian. Not so much. At least not to me.
Funny. She is funny.
She's funny in movies,
but her jokes, like you don't know her stand up like that.
It hasn't changed since '93.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
like
still
she's still funny. There were
motherfuckers.
clips in the interview that were funny. I'm not saying she's not funny, but her stand up jokes, you can't recall
stand-up ain't
those
been
jokes
there.
like you recall everybody else's
All I know
jokes.
is something about a big bitch versus skinny bitches. That's
exactly.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's
Like
the only thing
if
I
she
remember.
could just like, okay, cool. They didn't
Be
rock
funny.
with you. You could make other movies. I understand you got nominated for an actor. I mean, for an Oscar. But Robert Downey Jr. smoked crack and he became Iron Man.
right.
Yeah.
All I'm saying
always a
is
bounce back.
you can literally go and rock with other people until you
Right.
get what you want.
It's plenty of ways she could bounce back, but this whole rant that we've heard a million times, it just seems like it's part of the play now. You know what I'm saying? It
She
just
told us to boycott Netflix, and then she got a Netflix deal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying you getting your money is wrong, but I'm like, where are we?
and it's like
Where we gonna go?
I don't know. And another thing that I took away, and it's kind of made me look at the situation a little different, is, you know, she said it multiple times. I wanted to be famous. I want to be famous.
And that right there.
She didn't say I want to be a great actress.
that
I want to
didn't
be
sit
a
right with me.
great comedian. And by and large, what she's doing, she's achieving it. She's being
You
famous
just want to be famous.
by just talking. So if
By
that's,
any means.
I don't feel
that's your
sorry
goal.
for her because she's achieving her goals. No matter if I agree with her or not, she's achieving her goals of wanting to be famous.
Yeah.
You know, and she didn't say, you know, I was always funny. It wasn't that. So I'm like, okay, so you're not an artist at all. You're like a attention whore.
like a personality.
Yeah, you're like you just want attention.
Well, the other thing I was gonna say to you, Show, was when it come down to being like labeled difficult, it's harder for women in the industry when they're labeled
I
difficult,
believe.
and especially harder for sisters.
Yeah.
Who I'm about to bring up is please forgive me for not knowing her name, but OG Aunt Viv. OG Aunt
Yeah.
Viv.
Yeah. She was hardcore.
You did not see her
Afterwards.
after Fresh Prince like that. Maybe one or two things. And then when Will had the reunion, he had the one-on-one with her.
Janet
she
Herbert.
said what she said.
Hubert. Janet Hubert.
Janet Hubert. When she said what was on her chest, like, yo, you made it hard for me by labeling me difficult. You switched the roles. It was hard for me in Hollywood. After that,
Oh, she
I
from
see
the
Aunt
shot,
Viv everywhere.
Yeah.
I see Aunt Viv on like 3-4 things, and I'm like, that's the way you do it.
If
late
you gotta
in the game,
play.
late in the game.
If you're gonna play.
But Will was like, I'm sorry. Like, Will apologized. Like y'all said,
That's what it took.
you trying to get an apology out of billionaire niggas?
Yeah.
They don't have to apologize to nobody.
And your man
They
said,
not apologizing to you.
and the thing about it is, like, even if Tyler Perry was like, got on a public platform and was like, yo, I totally apologize. You know what I'm saying? He still meant it. She was difficult for me to work with, so he can't lie. You know what I'm saying? So if he said, yo, I apologize that you didn't get work, and then she's like, I missed 20-25 million, you got to prove that. Take these niggas to court if this is what you're trying to do. Like, this whole thing, it just shows it's just a play. You know, I'm going on tour. This is going to ramp it up. She walks out, get a standing ovation first night. You know what I'm saying? It's just a rollout.
Which is great.
It's great, but don't try to make it seem like this is what you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be in the puppet show. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to make it seem like this is really real and you're really trying to get money and you really want an apology when you just want to talk in front of people and get cheered on and you know, you're taking them to public court is basically what you're doing. Yeah. You're letting the public decide. But if you really wanted your bread, you would get some lawyers and y'all be working that out.
Yeah.
So that's just my take on something.
Yeah, I think she really is, you know, I think she did take a hit and is upset about that and does feel like the apology would fix that. So maybe, you know, this rant and all of this stuff to roll out all of that is a means to try to counter that.
Maybe.
To where she's like, okay, this is what I can do. You know, and to your point, like what they did to Aunt Viv, that just speaks more to her point.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you labeling me difficult when you know how difficult it is for black women in this industry?
Right.
That shit at Breakfast Club.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
you're gonna give me donkey of the day, like, yo, that's
Yeah.
for my opinion.
Yeah.
It's one thing if somebody does something foolish in on Earth,
right?
You know what I'm saying, like a dumb burglar. But I'm not a dumb burglar.
Yeah,
like,
that was a wild donkey.
She had a point. We're not saying Monique don't have points.
Right.
It's just that,
no, we're not
it's just
saying
that some
that.
of the things you're asking for, you asking billionaire niggas to apologize to you.
Yeah,
you really think they gonna do that?
And there's that thing of, yeah, certain stuff is not right. And this is kind of where she stands. She is on that side of, hey, if it's not right, it's not right. And I'm standing on that part. I'm standing on business on that part, period.
Respect.
And it's like, okay, cool. But if you do that, this is kind of where you're going to be.
You got to create your own then.
You know what I'm saying? You're not going to like, because other people take the other route of, hey, it's not right, but I'm going to finagle my way. I'm going to work my way into the system and then change the system from within. But she's like, no, I'm just going to say it's wrong and it's wrong. And whatever happens, just happens. But that's where I stand.
Right. And when people do that, and once again, it goes back to the point that I made earlier. When people usually do that, they're standing on their art.
Yeah.
They're standing on their abilities, what they know that they can do. This is what I can do. If I can't do it here, I'm going to do it over here, which leads me to believe you need the industry because your goal is to be famous. It's not to have a dope movie and be a dope actress. It's not to have a dope stand-up. It's to be famous. So you need the industry, but you're not with anything at the industry. And that's why her and Steve Harvey had that disconnect, because his thing was, you trying to play the game. Mm-hmm. You're trying to play the game. But she's like, integrity.
And you don't want to play.
And she's bringing up
different. Yeah.
Right. And he sounded like he was shuffling in tough, but that's it though.
Yeah, he was soft. He was soft shooting.
Got to where he is.
Exactly.
I'm not saying it's right, but Steve played the game.
Exactly.
He played the game. Like Mr. Cooper got the same show. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm playing the game.
Right. And everybody on the show was funnier than him.
Right.
He wasn't the funny one.
Right.
But he played the game. The Wayans created their own lane, played the game for a minute, and they became the Wayans. And you
because even in Living Colors was outside of what is traditional.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
One white person on the show.
Right. And it was able to, but once again, it was based on the craft of comedy.
Everybody's funny. Look how many millionaires.
You know
came
what I'm
from
saying? And I think she wouldn't come off so full of shit to me if she was funny.
Yeah, and if she was actually doing other stuff, but it's like,
I mean, that's the simplest way I can say it.
I know what you stand on. You stand on the comedy shit, and I
just the
respect that.
art of whatever you do in your craft. Whatever you do in your craft. If you can't be not really good at something and complain. It just makes you
just
look
kind of being there. Like it's been a long time, and there isn't.
And
you know what I'm saying?
And I think also, like, they gave her donkey today and all that. And what people were appalled about was the claims that she was making, because she was like, I'm the most decorated, black comedian of all time. And
female, black
the black female comedian. It was like, look, Whoopi Goldberg's still out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? So that was what people were clowning her for and saying that she was donkey today. It wasn't even like, even we talked about this when it happened, and my stance was like, like, you're not that person that you saying that you are. You know what I mean? Like, I get like that might be how you feel that your worth is, but the facts are facts. And Netflix is not necessarily going to look at you the same way that they're going to look at these other people that you're naming yourself with. And
it could be a merit of just being based on the art.
Right.
But because she is a black woman, you know what I'm saying, that isn't Hollywood's typical, appearance of beauty or whatever you want to call it, however you want to say it.
I think Monique is cute.
I do too.
Wanda Sykes ain't typical. Wanda funny as fuck.
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah, like I said, what Hollywood.
Yeah, the Hollywood standard. Yeah.
But I think a lot of what she, just like what Tyler Perry said. You know what I'm saying? If we had stuff that we cherished from her, I mean the Parkers. Niggas fuck with the Parkers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Moesha.
But as far as funny moments, you don't remember it like Martin walking out with the big head, like Martin catching the baby from across the room.
Right.
This is TV.
We don't have those moments. George Jefferson stepping on Mr. Bentley back, calling it, saying "niggas, you crazy" to the, Fred Sanford,
calling white boys honky and shit.
Yeah, Fred Sanford. Look at all these niggas in this courtroom. You know what I'm saying? We don't have those moments, and like when you really admit that to yourself, it can really put you on the level that you are, so you have something to work towards. Too. But her winning that Oscar, I could see why she would say the things that she says, but when you look at it culturally and you really pick it apart, it's like, what stand up, like bigger and blacker? Who is that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right off the rip, we know what he was wearing. We know the jokes. We know the how it looked. We know that immediately. Raw.
Yeah.
Delirious.
Everyone was coming to me.
You know what I'm saying? What the Rich Part Sunset Strip live.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Strip.
We know those by name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We know them and if you don't have that, it's okay. Because there's an opportunity to get one.
We know.
Yeah.
You know
even
what I'm
niggas
saying?
from Comic View, we know. Like even niggas from Def Jam, like
Yeah, like we know a earthquake bit. We know you know what I'm saying? Like we know bits from these comedians
but
throughout
like
the
you
year.
said, when Patrice didn't play the game, he was on The Office, and I think he felt comfortable there, cool. But even my man from The Office, the other brother,
Oh yeah.
he was like, Patrice had no problem telling niggas they was not funny to their face.
Yeah.
And I had to tell cause kind of chill out. But Patrice was on but if Patrice didn't want to do it, he wasn't going to do it. And we would still go see him at the Cellar. Yeah. We would still go see him at Carolina because we know he's funny.
Right. Funny, when you great at something, man, niggas will still play R. Kelly like it ain't shit because he got slaps.
Yeah.
The bottom line, you know what I'm saying? It's just like bottom line. And Monique ain't did, as she put it, nothing wrong. So if she came out with a dope stand-up. That sounds crazy when people say that. And I did nothing wrong. It's like, fam, I've been in situations where I felt like a person was wrong, but I was wrong too. You know what I'm saying? It can be two wrongs. Just because
at some point it's that saying where
accountability.
You got to look at yourself, and if you're the one saying that you're wrong, and you're wrong,
and I did nothing wrong,
like
it's like, are you human, my nigga? Like. And then the like, I know she holds back on like being who she really is with the nice face. Like I know nice people, and I know kind people, and it's two different energies.
Come on now.
Oh, you heard it. You heard it on that phone call.
Yeah,
You heard the phone call of like, you know, like Tyler called them and they still been like, and then her and us be like, I don't want your little chump. She's like yo,
this is
called
this
you.
is difficult.
Right.
This is a difficult situation
Like,
to
bro,
be.
I called y'all to be like, you know, hey, best of wishes. You're like, hey, and it's but I want you to do. I need you to do this, brother. Like it's like,
Tyler Perry should have been like, man, just have your lawyer call mine, and we'll, you know what I mean? Because this isn't going nowhere. And he pretty much said at the end, towards the end of the conversation, like I don't know what else to tell you. I didn't know I was gonna be on the phone with this long. Yeah. Like I got things to do. I'm Tyler Perry.
And then like, well, you shouldn't have called us then. It's like, okay.
I'm returning the call.
But never mind. Call us when you have some. Like, bro, like, come on.
Yeah, get a lawyer involved because apparently what y'all asking for it comes off unrealistic.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen, man.
Yeah, it's that kind of person of like we've, you know, you being in music, Illa, me not so much, but even in the past dealing with certain people of like, all right, how we gonna do this? And then they're like, yo, we gotta do it. Hey, I'm gonna get my lawyer. We're gonna do this paperwork. We're gonna, yo, bro, like why? And it's like, all right, cool. All right, yeah, I see we got this right here, but I want to change this, my brother, because you know you did this and I did this. You ordered some wings before, and I like it's that whole thing of
taking
like
the air out of all the fun, man. Like.
And I think a lot of that is where she's at. Like, it's like Hollywood and entertainment thrives on that. It's like, yo, let's just get it done. We'll figure the stuff out. But
art needs immediate attention.
Yes. But she's like, no, like, I am a technical person. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I'm going to speak on it. But it's like,
I get it. I do get all of that.
But you gotta go what comes with it.
I get all
and that comes with like, you know what? Hey, next time, don't bring them around.
I hate to feel like I'm shitting on Monique, man. I really do hate to feel like that because at the end of the day, she's probably one of a very few that's even iconic in that space. Yeah. You talk about black comedians.
And here's the thing.
Black female comedians.
Yes. And she's 100% right in her stance. Like that's what if we all could do that, we would.
She is. She's right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She's not wrong in her stance. But timing. Yeah, what comes with that is what's gonna come with it.
It's like she's wearing a helmet and a hockey stick on the basketball court.
Yeah.
You got the right equipment, but it's just the wrong sport.
Wrong game.
You know, you're on the wrong court. You know what I mean? It's I don't know. Like I feel like there's enough. Get with Issa Rae, do some ill shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, just get into your acting bag. That's her.
Well, my nigga say, get out of your feelings and get in your bag.
Like she may love comedy and all of that, but that real talent is in that acting, man.
She could do a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She can host, she can act.
Absolutely.
You know, there's a lot she can do, but it's just like when Kanye was getting on our nerves talking about the fashion niggas. It's like, nigga, well, get your own t-shirts, man.
Yeah. And Kanye is a great example.
And what did he say 10 years later after that Sway shit? You was right, Sway.
Yeah.
Sway was right.
Yeah.
After yelling and doing all of that, it's like, man, if they not fucking with you.
Yeah,
they go where you're celebrated and not tolerated, and you beating on this door. They clearly don't want you in there. Be beautiful somewhere else.
Yep.
Where it could really thrive.
But example. Yeah. So that is that. Along those same lines though, I managed to show you say you haven't finished it or got to it yet?
Which
the Dougie Fresh
joint? No, I haven't had a chance
switching
to
gears
check it out yet.
To a very
but I hear it's great.
Thoughtful, logical, empowering, educational, inspirational interview.
Yeah, it definitely went places to where I was like, oh, I didn't even know this at all.
What was it on?
It was with Willie
D's podcast.
Yeah, Willie D's podcast, YouTube channel, Willie D Live.
Yeah.
He interviewed Dougie Fresh and kind of just did the typical run the gamut from the beginning up until now, and one of my takeaways from that interview is the fact that one, Dougie Fresh owns his masters, like from the beginning, right?
He said he put 10 G's in the studio
Yeah.
to record Lottie Dottie and the show.
Yeah.
And he got his bread back by getting his masters.
That, and also how much he, I guess, is doing, like, does behind the scenes with, the whole Airbnb and Rakim thing.
Yeah,
Bro, this whole interview, man, like the Prince thing.
The Prince.
we didn't know.
Like,
hold on, let's clarify. Let's pinpoint, because I don't know if people gonna watch this.
Yeah.
The Dougie Fresh is like an active Forrest Gump, a perceptive Forrest Gump. He knows that he's sitting on Apple stock type of cat. He's not Forrest Gump to just be there and take pictures and I didn't know.
Yeah, and then 20 years later, this was remarkable.
No, he told Eric B and Rakim when they were feuding, just make this album in the studio. I'll pay for.
Yeah, paid in full album.
I'm not on the album. I'm not helping you promote. Just finish the album. And he said, "What's the album?" Paid in full. If Dougie Fresh didn't put the glue together for Eric B and Rakim to complete Paid in Full, we would not have Paid in Full.
Yo, man, he was going on and on, man.
Like Dougie Fresh has been everywhere helping everybody.
Now that's Paid in Full. That's the 80s. Nigga told Wu-Tang to stop beating up the sound, man.
Right.
He was like, yo, they're not gonna let you perform in New York if y'all keep beating up the sound, man. Not only did he tell them to not do it, he told them how they can avoid that. He was like, yo, just it's 8 of y'all, right? 8, 9 of y'all. 2 people sit with the sound man while y'all doing sound check and mark the mics. Tell them the person's name so that they don't get it fucked up. And y'all move like that, but make sure y'all over the mics because there's so many of y'all. Sound men are gonna fuck up. Y'all can't keep beating up sound men in New York. So that's 80s to 90s.
That's the 90s, right? The 90s. Go ahead.
So then this nigga, I had to pull Rick Ross to the side. Like, yo, I saw you was having seizures. How's your health? Because he does health. Like, he does health and mental health. He's, yo, man, you need to start doing woo, woo, woo. He's like, man, I seen he lost weight. He's really in this shit. And it's just like, that's what OGs are supposed to be.
Exactly.
And that's how you're supposed to be receptive to OGs. You take the advice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're not telling you this because you're wrong. They're telling you this because
they looking out.
Experience. They can see the vision of like, okay, this isn't going to go well for you. Mm-hmm. You know, they're not telling you how to do your things. They're giving you suggestions of how to make your thing better. Yeah. That's what OGs do. And it was so contrasting to the Monique interview for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I listened to them back to back, and one of them just felt nasty to me, and the other one felt like, man, I want to do something with my life.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It was just like, man.
Yeah, he pointed out a lot of things of like just taking care of people who you care about and being helpful and useful and not just doing the stereotypical things of, like, he even mentioned that with like Rick Ross of like, most people get up to him, yo, what you got, what you wearing, when he's just like, nah. I came and talked to him and said, yo, how are you doing, man? Like, I've seen you been having seizures on planes. Like, what's going on with your health?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And he's well aware, like you said, he's well aware he's Dougie Fresh. Yeah. Like, he's well aware that
he's aware.
Like, I'm not an old.
He's not arrogant.
He's not arrogant.
He's not even, he don't really have to be humble. He's just like, yo, I know
he's
who
Dougie
I am.
Fresh. I didn't
recognize. Okay, cool. So let's talk about what's going on with you. And 9 times out of 10, niggas that are on Ross's level with fame and money are not getting a genuine conversation with industry people who are asking you, how are you doing? Well, I think maybe based off how you doing, you should look in this direction. It might help you.
Right. And then everybody knows he has the most cherished rap song in rap history.
Of all time. Yeah.
The most cherished. Like, if you don't know the words of that, it's like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And just how he casually talks about some of the greatest hip hop moments. It's like, he doesn't look at it. He looked at it like, it's part of my journey. It's what I was supposed to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He's not looking at it like, look what I did. Ain't I great, y'all? It's just like, I had to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's a culture out here we got to protect. And it was just really dope, man. It was, and I'm glad he was with Willie D too.
Yeah.
But
a fan.
Yeah. Like
showing him love, giving him his flowers, but it was comfortable. Like, it was a real conversation. That wasn't an interview, man. That was a conversation.
It was dope, man. And And he even kind of got into a little bit what we was talking about, like how people are just nowadays, like how they respond to things. And he's like, yo, ain't nobody got a moment. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just emotional, quick trigger. And he was like, it's affecting everything we doing, like our diets. Man, he got into it.
Yeah,
he really got into it, man.
When he kind of talked about just because they kind of tied it back to the origins of hip hop, why it started. Because niggas was killing each other back then, right? So it's like, all right, instead of us killing each other gang wise, let's battle, let's dance, let's rap, let's do this. And then Willie D kind of tied it into, okay, so what is happening now? Why niggas is still killing themselves, right?
He said we got back to killing each other through hip hop, right?
So, and he kind of mentioned, of course, one thing that we talk about all the time is COVID, right? COVID was traumatic for many, many reasons. And a lot of people didn't really deal with it. And they had to sit with their emotions. And then coming out of that, now, today, we're still just self-medicating, right? We're always just self-medicating. We're never actually healing. So, new artists come in, they have issues, they get money, they get power, they get fame, but they never fix like them.
They don't stop. They don't stop to assess, and there's no genuine assessments anymore with things and people. It's just like, I don't want to be a hater. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
Or I'm good.
Yeah. And
like,
you're not.
Nigga, nah, you're not good at all. You know what I'm saying? And everything is sporadic and. You know what I'm saying? Kind of not thought out. You know what I'm saying? And he was just getting it like, we don't really have time to sit and think about shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Just everything is super fast paced and seems so, instant gratification, and things seem more serious than they are, but the serious things is getting overlooked, like our health and, mental health. And I know mental health is like a played out topic now. Just saying mental health sounds like
it's a buzzword.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but he was also just more so focusing on like your physical health.
Yeah.
Of like, because Willie D also kind of alluded to like, hey, when you go on and do shows, do you gotta do X, Y, and Z? And he's like, nah,
I'm good.
He's like, I'm good. Like, he's like, health is wealth, my nigga. Like, that's a real thing. And I have the tools and I take care of myself because there is no point of having all the money and the fame and whatever if you can't enjoy it at all because you can't walk, you can't move, or you're having a stroke.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Was that him telling the story about he said he was at a billionaire's house?
Yeah.
Yo.
What up, Flux?
What up? When he was at the billionaire house and he was in a wheelchair, and he said some dude was dancing with his wife, and he was like, man, I give all this just to be able to dance with my wife.
Yeah. Yeah, because the billionaire, health problems, can't be there with his wife. You know what I'm saying? So that in itself, man, is like, it was a lot of good gems dropped in there. Yeah, I mean, things that we've all heard through our life of just those sayings, you are what you eat, health is wealth. You can't take it with you when you die. Like all of that stuff, but he also kind of just broke it down more into more relative pieces to
today.
Yeah, to today.
Yeah. And seeing Dougie Fresh like look good and you know what I'm saying, in his right mind, ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? Like just genuinely
he could
happy.
easily be MC Shan and he's not.
Yeah, I ain't say that.
Yeah.
Shan's a hater himself.
But yeah, he's good, man.
Yeah, it just came off as well thought out and for people. Like he had a purpose for saying what he was saying. It wasn't just da 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 da.
Yeah.
What up? My man Flux just walked. Oh yeah, y'all seen he on the camera.
you see it.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a production here. It's my nigga Flux right here. Y'all know the Wonder Bat.
Yes, sir.
In the building.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was a crazy contrast between the two interviews too. Like, man, this really what we out here, like, what we find important is like, ooh, what they said about Whoop, and it's like,
yeah. I mean, because
I ain't learned nothing from that though.
You didn't, but the what we're at, the space that we're at in just society online is everyone is just trying to figure out a way how to get attention because they're trying to find a new avenue to break through all the noise. So
I gotta break my neck.
Yeah, like
I'm going viral.
Whatever means that happens, that's what's gonna happen. You know, it first started with, you know, just being funny, being outrageous, saying something wild, shock jocks, right? That was the thing back in the day, right? You're saying something crazy. You know what I'm saying? And now a lot of people are saying crazy things. Now,
But I mean, it's just not even no tact to it. Like,
no.
Like even with Howard Stern, him being the first shock jock, just that for an example, just like he had a reason why he was doing it. You know what I'm saying? He had a reason, and it blew up to what it blew up to be, and people copied it. Kind of like the Cat Williams interview. I think he had a reason why he did that.
But and that's the new template of like, hey, Cat did it, and it left the stratosphere. Hey, let me go. Like Deion Cole mentioned that with Stephen A. Smith. He's like, yo, watch what's gonna happen. You're gonna see a bunch of niggas come out, which is they truth.
Right. I mean, the fact that Deion Cole was on a sports show, it showed you everything. Like, let me get a comedian on here. It's like, yo, why aren't we talking about Steph? Why aren't we talking about the Joker? Why are we talking about comedy on a sports show? Yeah. You know, so that even told the tale of like where people just like, oh, that's where the view's at. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like we got so many opportunities to do some dope fly shit and present it to a lot of people, but it's just like that ain't getting the numbers.
Nah, we're in a day and age where time is of the essence, and our time is being pulled, like our attention's being pulled in so many different directions to where you have to, like, even I'll give you another example. There are other people who you will see online who say outrageous shit up front to be like, what? I hate you black niggers. Now I got your attention. Inflation's really high. Like it's that kind of thing of like you're trying to just do whatever to just grab their attention.
Me and Show talked about this yesterday. It's Charleston White.
I was literally about to say Charleston.
It's Charleston White. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like
outraged.
I could say some educational shit if I wanted to, but I'm gonna just say this wild shit just so I can get this attention, and then I'm gonna knock you off with a few Jews here and there. But mainly, I need this attention. That's the currency.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, I'll give y'all some gems if you get it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But like Willie D got 15,000 views.
Yeah, it's true. Versus like 56 or 65 million, which is Cat Williams. What he got.
Why, if I'm trying to get some traction, why would I tell y'all what y'all need to hear?
Yeah, but that in itself is part of the fight of like, all right, like we can't just succumb to that. It's like
niggas succumbing. niggas succumbing.
Yeah.
Niggas succumbing.
You know, I mean,
niggas succumbing.
But that's when you get all the videos of, you know, your Andrew Tates and just all the battle of the sexes, all that stuff until
Andrew Tate don't believe half the shit he say. I don't think.
I understand, but it's that same ilk of
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like they don't believe that shit. That shit.
Yeah, you saying something crazy, and I really do hope eventually it just, hey, we're tired of this. Bring it back. I hope it goes into that cycle of y'all just back to give me some substance, man. Because
people are there, they just don't know where to go. They don't know who to ask. They don't know where to look, and that's why I think you need more of those platforms that have, like especially Shannon Sharp. You just got out of a situation where you was treated a little disrespectfully. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Now we doing it to each other. You know what I'm saying. It's like,
so what happened there with him and Skip Bayless and all of that?
Fucking glasses back on.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Shannon Sharp had outgrew the show and he understood he was a value in the show, and I'm not finna let y'all just take my value.
So he just said, "Put your glasses back on."
No, it was a heated argument. It was a heated argument. If me and you talking and I do this, and you say, "Put your glasses," that's almost like, all right, you know what I mean? Like now we're not talking about this no more. Yeah, you trying to,
trying to,
there you go.
It was that moment where you could see, or you like, yo, are you?
Well, hold on.
Like, put your glasses back on. It felt like a boy should have came behind it. You know what I mean? Like this is my show, but. Now Skip trying to get any nigga in the world to go up there on this show.
Yeah.
Got Lil Wayne talking sports. Like, fam.
Wow.
Fam.
Yeah. But yeah, that's that, man.
We see the play.
Yeah, we do. I really do. I mean, we'll see how it goes, and like, cause me for one, I have noticed. Hey, that podcast boom, hey y'all, it's not there no more. So that whole rush, I'm gonna make a podcast and be famous, and it's gone. It's gone.
It's yeah.
So, like, I really hope that drives away a lot of all the mess.
Nah,
you know what I'm
won't.
saying?
It won't. It's gonna be more podcasts talking about niggas,
Shake
man.
the chaff out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nah, it's all good, man. It's where we at.
Can I ask a question?
What's that?
Do y'all think that this is something new or that has always been going on?
I think it's always been going on.
Like,
You mean as far as
it's entertainment.
Um,
And it's
I think it's evolved into just like the salaciousness is shit. You mean?
Are you talking about the line between reality, entertainment, that blurred line?
I'm just saying in terms of some of the stuff y'all mentioning, makes sense, but is that entertainment in itself? Is that the grooming of entertainment because it's never been always righteous?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Even the term shock jock was created after the fact.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a way of defining things, just like backpackers or gangster rap.
Right.
Things comes after the fact.
After it's been established.
Do you think is this just a righteous space in media, or you know what I mean? Like, how does that? What are we getting back to when you mention getting back? Back to?
I would say this. I've been listening to podcasts for like before podcast was a thing. Like back when niggas was like, yo, what is this? I'm like, yo, I listen to these audio podcasts, things is fire.
Just a new sense of
yeah. Like there was a time where like it was a lot of podcasts early on were mainly focused on like, hey, we're gonna learn something, we're gonna investigate something, we're talking about like something. It wasn't an actual kind of a lot of open forum of like, yo, we just shooting the shit and gossiping TMZ type things. It wasn't a lot of that. As it grew and then the boom came, that's when it was, oh, yo, get him a mic, get them a mic. Now we talking and we doing X, Y, and Z, which was great. But now it's just a bunch of niggas just talking to be talking. Like they're not necessarily adding anything. They're chasing the bag. You know what I'm saying? Because the bag was out there and it's
making shit up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like literally making shit up.
You know what I'm saying? Let me get in and talk and say something crazy and do this and we do this. But it's like, all right, are you really providing any kind of knowledge or substance to anything? I mean, same thing can be said, in music, like you have people that come out, even now, where it's, they're raunchy and provocative and, controversial, but it's like after a while, okay, we have that. Like we've been going on this for so long. Now we need let's get back to some kind of substance.
It's my bad. I'll piggyback off that. Just and we keep going back to it. This is probably the third topic, and we keep going back to it. It's the effort people are putting into things. Yes. You know what I'm saying? It's like if the effort or the intent behind it is to I want to move real quick and go up and just get views. You don't care about what you're talking about, and I think that's the thing. Like we were talking about music. We started off with music. It's like shit be sounding good and sounding cool, but why should I continue to listen to this? It's not making me feel a certain way. I don't dance in the clubs. So it's like, it's not that I don't like it or I think it's some bullshit. It's just like, where's the bar being pushed to? You know what I'm saying? And how are people trying to carve their own music out or carve their own anything out? We talked about Monique with the art. It's like, man, well, if you focus on the art, you probably wouldn't be having these things. So it goes back to what are you putting into the intent behind the craft of a podcast? Shit, nowadays even owning a IG page, what is your intent? You know what I'm saying? Like even to do that, just to present anything in public, I think maybe requires some kind of intent behind it, some kind of thoughtfulness behind it. But now it's just like I'm finna get on here and jump until I hit the ceiling fan, and when I hit it when I hit my head, I'm fall and post it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something embarrassing and impose. And it's like niggas don't want to talk about embarrassing shit. That like why does that make you famous? And the bar is just there is no bar. It's just
it's just content. It's just content for content's sake. Like, hey, I'm gonna get whatever, like my mom, my dad, and we're gonna just stuff that it's like, yo, why are you doing this? Like, why are you recording this and putting this out?
Because they don't have an original thought.
It's a bar. It's a
like
bar thing.
Everything that we see as far as like you bringing it back to what Flux was saying, like what can stuff be brought back to? The substance is really a matter of choice. Yeah. When podcast started out, I feel what you're saying. Like people don't even know the reason why it's called a podcast.
Exactly.
Because it was a simulated cast for iPods.
Yes.
So like you had to have an iPod at first in order to do that because of the little signal and all of that, and then it evolved into MP3 players that could just pick it up or whatever. Like comedians were the first podcasters.
Yep.
Because they would just be in the green room or be on the road, set up a mic and just start talking to their fans. That's why Joe Rogan is so big.
Yep.
But it's other people like Kevin Smith and Mark Maron. Like these cats have built their audience based off of always doing podcasts and bringing their perspective to whatever situation or interviewing people and just shooting the shit. Now it's like, if he asked you to go half, are you gonna do it, ladies? The same shit we was bullshitting about in the beginning when the mics is off. Like that's exactly what they know is going to get clicks and views. There's no original thought on how can we have a better relationship between black people, or how can we like
how to expand the conversation?
How exactly? Yes. Like it don't seem like anybody has an original thought, and so everything is a copy of a copy of a copy. Yeah, because Monique said this. It's like, yo, that's not your podcast. Shouldn't be a reaction to what is on Shed and Sharp show. That's Shed's show. Yeah. If I want a reaction, I'll go to Twitter. I'll go to Instagram. I don't need to tune into your show that's about somebody else's show.
Right, a reaction versus a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like,
well, what does that say about us, though? Because we could say all those things, but we're the people that's driving it, and not us literally. But
what you mean, the people that's driving?
Because the views go up for a reason.
Yeah. Right? Oh yeah. I mean,
it's the age-old thing of yeah. I mean,
clickbait
for a reason.
Right.
Yeah.
And people tune into them for a reason.
Right.
But then, you mentioned, you made a good point. You talked about like, well, what is the intent, or what are you looking? Where's the bigger conversation at it? Do people even want a bigger conversation?
I think they would take to it
if they had
if it was there. Yeah, but I think the views go up because people like plane crashes.
Yeah,
but I that's
you
say that, but there is always stuff there, but people don't gravitate.
No,
no. Remember, damn,
no, but I give you no. I know what you're saying, but I give you a perfect example. When X-Clan came, I already told you.
Kids.
What you said, Ella? What you said?
I already told you.
Now, I was gonna say to that though, like what I noticed was like when you look back around the time X-Clan came out, they had knockoff conscious groups because that's what we were gravitating to. Like the flea market had African medallions.
Yeah,
they had X shirts. They had the shit that we were buying because what we was paying attention to, and because that was what was in front of us. And I think we would because people genuinely want to feel inspired. They want to hear something, feel inspired. But if it's all we see is train crashes, then it's like, oh shit, oh another one. Damn, you see the explosion on that one? You know what I'm saying? We gonna look to that first because it's first it tugs at your feelings. It could tug at your triggers. It could turn at anything that makes you active.
Yeah.
It doesn't turn you into that thing that forces you to look at yourself and make an assessment.
Yeah, like politics does a lot of that, of those hot button topics to get you engaged. Like what? Like abortion? What? Right? Like that's what that is for, and that's the same thing that this does, which is it's akin to like if I got a bunch of Snicker bars, like all kind of candy and sweets, we love them. We're gonna eat them all up, and if you keep giving it to me, Yeah, I'm gonna eat
till
it.
my teeth fall out.
But
Yeah.
I guess that's my question.
Yeah.
Because then who takes the onus? Because if you saying, well, if you're gonna give it to me, then I'm gonna take it. Then
Yeah.
what are you out there trying to get? I remember when Lord Jamar, he did a test when he first came out with his podcast. He put something positive in the joint. See how many views he got. Putting it out there, available for people to see, low views.
Yeah.
As soon as he put something negative, it went skyrocket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like people may want it. You know what I'm saying? But are you looking to other people to give it to you, or are you gonna go get it yourself?
It's what looks cool. Like we was talking about the OGs don't sometimes don't get a chance to OG. You know what I'm saying? Because the kids is like not receptive. But say like and it seemed like it was happening with Cole and Kendrick. Like more kids was like, man, I got to be more thoughtful in my music, because look what the cool guys are doing. The cool guy, I love myself. You know what I'm saying? It started to get that way. You know what I'm saying? And now it's back to fuck J. Cole, them old ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? Now kids are like, man, them niggas old, man. My J. Cole weird ass with. And Pac mentioned that. He was like, man, once you hit 30, don't nobody want to hear you talk no revolution shit. Like that. He was like, I got to get all this out before I'm 30 because people not going to listen to me. And I think that's the bridge that we lacking, is like there's no group of young kids that I see that are like, oh, fuck this, fuck all this. Look what our pops and them was doing. Look what happens when you go this route. You know what I'm saying? Like you see Coast Contra. Yeah. You know, they give you that vibe, and they say things in their music to let you know, like, yo, it's cool to be young and smart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just more of that, you know what I'm saying? Because those are kind of things that got us into where we are. It's like us seeing cool people do smart shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People we thought were cool doing smart shit. And I think that's that missing piece of why we don't get, like, why the Dougie Fresh has 16,000 views, 15,000 views, and Monique has 5 million in the same amount of days. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it's the, you know, like Show said, like people love to slowly drive by and look at the car crash. It's like, no, I don't want to be in that car crash, but damn, look at that car. Like it's that's
the metal wall twisted.
Yeah,
it's on fire.
Instead of saying, yo, are the people inside okay? It's just like, damn, look at that car.
Man, you see niggas taping shit. Niggas be getting fucked. Oh, yeah. Like, damn, you ain't gonna help this nigga.
It's not right, but y'all niggas human nature is what it is. But I mean,
realest fights ever.
What? Who fights?
That's why niggas be filming fights and
high school fights, the whole thing.
Can't wait to get it posted.
Yeah.
So my video can go viral.
Yeah. Cause you're looking for some, like, you want to go viral for whether
the
it's
actual content.
Yeah.
The attention is the currency.
Yeah. Like your values for yourself are not aligned to where it's just, I want to be viral for viral sake. And then, after you're viral, all right, cool. That post went viral. Now your next one's not. Now you're just, all right, cool. That moment was a moment.
Just do the history on people that went viral. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it didn't change their life in the way that people think viral would. Nah. Like the dude, the sports announcer dude that was homeless.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like he got a genuine break and squandered it.
That's one of those, and squandered it.
Yeah.
But was it squandered, or was that the way he was used to living his life?
Squandered.
It's still squandered, yeah. Like
if you get an opportunity like that, and that's like, okay, now I don't have to go back to, I clearly don't want to be out here because I took the opportunity. So,
true.
You know, squandered.
Yeah. I mean, it's a mentality thing.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. Like, it's a mentality.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, that could be
just
right.
You gave him a mistake don't mean that he appreciated it. He probably gonna put ketchup on it.
Yeah. I mean, opportunity is opportunity is opportunity.
Yeah. It's what you make of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Flux. Thanks for the questions.
Yes, sir.
Definitely built. You was on topic.
I will
what we?
Tried to stay, but,
Yeah, it's all good, man. We'll get you back on, man.
Yes, sir.
Nice 8 bars.
Right.
Just hit us with a 16.
But yeah, let me see.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We dope shit is impressive.
Yes.
Dope shit makes you look at the world differently. Dope shit gives you hope. Dope shit makes you want to get up and do dope shit.
It does. It's inspiring.
It's inspiring.
Yeah.
And we just not getting a lot of, well, I can't say we're not getting a lot of dope shit.
We're not getting a lot. It's not a lot.
It's a lot of dope shit out there. But we're not, it's like everything is funneled. Because like you were saying, you get online and everything can agree with you.
Yeah.
You don't have to go outside and like everything I agree with is right here in front of me because the algorithm is giving you what you agree with at this moment. So, you don't have nothing to research. Like the dude talking about Killer Mike. Like, you don't start with Killer Mike.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't start with it because it wouldn't make sense. It's like how Richard Pryor wouldn't make sense to kids.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But a lot of it now is a lot of stuff now is it's getting harder. To cut the kids some slack. A lot of stuff is harder to kind of research if you're not around people or know of this. Like some of that stuff is getting lost.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It changed.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's not how it was. Like we talked about the Foot Locker thing. Like that's not true.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like they invented the shoe measure, and that's simply not true.
So there's to kind of segue to Usher. Usher's doing a Super Bowl, right? And it was recently confirmed that, later on he's gonna, like in the show, Alicia Keys is gonna be a guest, right?
Oh.
And online niggas is like, she's terrible. She can't sing. And this is like, yo, fam, I
award-winning
16 Grammys.
Yeah, like what?
And it's like, yo, when did y'all
feel like that though?
I do too, and it's ridiculous to somebody say she can't sing, like
at all.
But then you listen to what people listen to and it's like, okay, Alicia can't sing, bet.
Yeah, and it's just that in itself is a weird thing of like, all right, like what do you mean, like
people saying Beyonce can't sing? It's like, all right, man.
Yeah, but
all right.
Yeah, but that's
Niggas just be chatting, man.
Yeah,
they do. And
niggas just be online,
right?
Yeah,
yep.
They
niggas just be online,
typing.
man.
But to kind of segue to some of this music, man, I do want to kind of cover Mr. Usher Raymond real quick.
The new album I haven't listened to.
Yeah, so
I said it like I had plans on. I said it like I had intentions on listening to Usher's new album.
That's why I said I'm going to do it because I know both y'all niggas is not going to really listen to this album.
Only reason I would be listening to it is
I didn't know he had one. I would listen to it.
See?
Yeah, I would listen to it though.
Well, see, I'm gonna keep it brief because I love Usher as a human.
Yeah,
I love
dope.
Usher's legacy.
I fuck with Usher.
But I had really high hopes for this album because it's been a long time coming, and it was a big build up. He dropping the album a week before, the Friday before the Super Bowl, and it's the whole thing, right? The whole him and JD and B Cox was on Instagram for years. Just what is that record? A lot of that happened. Had some records come out over the years. Some onesie twosies. Bad Habits, Glue, like all that stuff. Right? Album comes out. I listen to it, and I
You like it?
It's just not there, man.
Huh?
Nah, it's just not. It's not. And the reason, like, the crazy part, me and my wife was in the car, and she's like, "You heard the album?" I was like, "Yeah." that was it. And then both of us was like, "Yeah, it's not where we thought it was gonna be. Like, it's not. It's so if you have kind of listened to any of Usher's like past like 2-3 albums, he's in this weird space where he's trying to find some kind of sound,
like a new sound.
Yeah,
because Glue definitely says that.
Now, Glue was more going back to his old sound.
Really?
Yes. he kind of was after
Yo, I love this scene right here.
Right.
I love this scene.
Niggas redo this scene all the time.
Boy, where you been? I ain't seen you in a while.
yeah,
This nigga play too much, bro.
did.
That's the thing that made it. That's the thing that made Big Boy a good villain, Cameron a good villain.
Yes.
Niggas was assholes.
Yeah, that's it.
And that was the bullies we grew up with, dog.
Yeah. This nigga's crazy.
This nigga playing too much.
Right, but yeah, hold on.
Cognac.
Man, I
Cognac.
want to see Big in more movies, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be. He definitely should be. Usher. What was I saying?
Yeah, damn, we derailed your point.
But no, like after like oh my god, like that whole thing, he's kind of been. It's just he ain't been really there like that. Nigga said, "Bah."
Oh shit.
All right, we cannot sit here with dead air. Just watching ATM.
Right. So he's running. The truck pulls up.
Right. Definitely cannot do that. But yeah, he's been kind of trying to find sounds, and it just my whole thing is like the way R&B is right now. It's in a pretty good space,
R&B
and
right now.
and it's kind of it's prime for him to be like, yo, I'm back. Like Usher is back, and I'm doing what I do. Just good R&B, and on the.
Does the album sound like he's trying to make music for a pocket of people? Or an album for everyone?
Yeah, but not even like
Is it just all over the place, Fab?
it's all over the place.
He's making an album
He's
for
trying
everyone.
to make an album
For everybody.
It's a stream album.
Yeah.
But even that though, it's not a
Like a radio.
Some goddamn money. I'm
Radio.
sorry, man. ATL is
Like a radio
classic
album?
movie.
not even radio because
It's a
Usher is the radio god. Like
It's a stream album, meaning that this particular Afro beats is gonna hit here. This particular
Yeah,
soft
yeah.
R&B is gonna hit here.
Yeah.
It's a stream type of joint. Here's the thing, Fab. I'm not gonna lie to you. I broke this down somewhere else.
Yeah.
I knew this was gonna happen because
Yeah, you
Usher
did.
has a pattern. Because Usher has a pattern.
Yeah.
Me being a fan, he has a pattern since his first album. First album, we're gonna try this. Second album, My Way, hits.
yeah.
Luckily, 8701 had a few different. It was everywhere, but it was still good.
8701 is amazing.
But 8701 is dope. Then we get that U album, Eat 'Em Up, Ladies. JD put that in the shelf. Then he had him come up with Confessions. That's a classic.
Yeah.
And unfortunately,
Good album.
Confessions is peak Usher.
Yeah.
It doesn't
is.
mean he doesn't have great records after, but album wise, there hasn't been great albums for Usher since Confessions. I'm not saying he's trash, but Usher hasn't sat down with producers like we've been. Everybody said, what happened to them records on the IG Live?
Man, get this shit fuck out of here.
Like this?
This is the Usher, the new joint?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, this sound like old Usher. Old B-side Usher.
So it's like,
Nah, this ain't it.
This is what I'm saying, man.
What's this, ATL?
Why isn't this dope to you?
cause it's
It's been done already.
Mixed well.
yeah, it's mixed well.
Bridge there. Production is phenomenal.
Very shiny.
It's very shiny, man. It's
Why
not
don't we like
Yeah.
it?
because of this right here.
Are you serious? Hold on, nah. Wow.
But yeah, it's
Billy Joel.
right. It's so it's
Wow.
like it's
He tried to go
Billy
there
Joel
with
got
it.
slaps too, so that's kind of a
Like, seriously.
disrespectful
he
to Billy
do,
Joel too.
but-
Like, you gonna take
Uptown Girl.
Uptown Girl?
yeah.
Who thought that was a good idea? Look at the credits on that.
I'm not sure what the
Yeah, flip it for the credits. You on Apple Music.
that is right. I can't do view credits.
Yeah, you might as well just go all the way in if
here's
you're
my
gonna do
thing.
that.
As an Usher
man.
fan-
Just make a white song.
Just make it over.
That's
Yeah.
there you go. Don't lazily sample something.
But yeah, like it's
Yeah.
like technically like anything, it's not horrible music, but no, it is
It ain't what you wanted.
it is nowhere near. Like I mean, he would be perfectly fine if it's just just give me some R&B. He's not even really giving you like R&B.
Drums, bass, guitars,
You know what I'm
horns, strings.
But the way I see it is two directions Usher can go and should go. I'm gonna just be selfish and say should. R&B,
Yeah.
or make a soul album.
A soul album.
He was on Questlove Supreme. He's like, man, you know, Amir, we've been trying to talk. I know exactly where he go. If he talking to Questlove, I know exactly what he trying to do.
But I don't
Go make a soul
Why is that
album.
difficult to do?
It's not. No.
That right there.
I never said it was difficult.
No. I'm not saying you saying that. I'm just saying
You're Usher.
we sitting in this room know this, and we know this would be great.
Here we go. And you,
You know
think
what I'm
JD
saying?
and Brian Michael Cox ain't said this to Usher. But
That's-
here's the thing. You not thinking it's going to hit. Stop chasing the hit.
Don't care about if it hit.
Well,
Stop, bro,
I've
you
also
Usher.
heard
Usher.
that like that's one of his Achilles heels is like he doesn't know like
He doesn't know his impact?
yes. Like he doesn't know like yo, I know what's what. I know what a hit
Oh,
record
I thought
is.
you about saying he don't know he's Usher.
I mean that
He
too.
has to. He
He know
has
he's
to.
Usher.
He pulling girls on stage. He
He
got
knows
know.
he's Usher.
From his
He
classic
knows.
records, yeah. But if you go off of like his last 3 albums, like he's just
I'm
like
talking about musically what he selects.
yes, like he's all over the place.
Yeah.
So are we saying he's in his
Andre
post
3000
Inside Man
Oh.
Spike
Damn, I
Lee
thought that was
era?
Minister Service.
could be, but yeah, like it just for what he has been showing online for the past couple years or few years.
No, those IG Live records were hard. Even Sex Beat came out after Lil Jon he dropped it on Versus with T-Pain.
Yeah.
Sex Beat was hard because that was the reunion with John, Luda, and Usher.
Yeah.
Why don't nothing sound close to that? You don't even put that on the album. He wasted the City Girls record. To me, the City Girls record was supposed to be an Atlanta record, and you gave that to them.
That's kind of that's one of my points. It's like none of that stuff that he's been doing and teasing. It's not on his album. None of it.
Who did he have like multiple producers on this album or?
Yeah, he had to. Yeah. I mean, he got record. It's all.
Was JD not over this album? Because if he wasn't, I could tell.
I don't know. I know. B Cox did like 2 songs. That was it.
Okay, well
Right.
there you go.
That says
There
it.
you go.
Usher was in control of the whole album.
There you go.
So again,
And
you know what I'm saying?
that's tough.
Because
That's very tough.
Because like from a music standpoint, if I was in a Usher or Usher artist type shoes at this point in my career, I get with Michael B. Cox.
Yeah.
JD.
Michael B. Cox and have him, where should I get beats from? What direction should we go in? Act like you're me and write this album and put this album together, and I'm going to be the instrument that sings it. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not, Brian Michael Cox is not going to give you bad advice.
No, he's not.
No, and okay. I guess you dismissing the JD thing, but like Usher's best stuff came from those two people.
No, I'm not dismissing the JD, but what I'm saying in those cases is always, it seems like it works out when there's one coach. at the
Okay.
helm.
I
You know,
get what
I'm
you're
not saying don't fuck with JD.
So you saying Phil Jackson it.
We just saw Killer Mike win the Grammy.
And who was behind that?
One,
No ID.
no ID.
Yeah.
No
You know what
ID
I'm
didn't
saying?
produce everything.
But
he was
he-
the EP over
Right.
the whole Michael album.
Yeah.
Organized Noise was on there. Other producers are on there. But No ID is like, okay, I took your mixtape and I made an album.
Right. This is how you.
And so,
do-
Fab,
yeah.
does this sound like a mixtape? I refuse to press play because
See-
I'm such a fan. If I see where it's going, I need other people to tell me if it's
I put it like this: "Good," the record with Summer Walker is like one of the best songs on the album.
well. All right, I'm done talking.
So
Damn.
yeah, like that's one of the better records of like, oh, this actually in comparison, this sounds pretty good.
Whenever I see
wife
this, I
loves
think
that
about
song.
Smush
Yeah.
fried, cut down the middle.
So, but it's a thing of just like, man, it's a lot of hopes was put into this, man.
Baps came on. All right, cool.
Yeah, this is Baps.
We've been talking for a minute.
We on the Baps
This
now.
Robert Townsend.
Yeah.
yeah.
Filmed,
But he didn't
filmed in
direct
Atlanta.
this. He didn't direct this, right?
No, he did.
Great more.
But he filmed it in Atlanta.
This era had it really showcased like what not to do. like how ridiculous this is. It's like,
Yeah, it's just characters.
but now this is like, this would be the hero. Like that look would be like,
This is City
it
Girls.
wouldn't be looked at as like a mock.
This is City Girls.
Yeah.
yeah, it's basically City Girls. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
they
not
were-
wrong.
They were talking about redoing this at one point.
Bet you they were. Nigga, this is right up today's alley.
I mean, it doesn't look very different at all.
dark
it's like-
version.
right?
A serious version of Baps, nigga. I do not want that.
Are we out of that phase?
Of the series, I
Of
don't know,
serious,
man.
serious and things
I don't
out.
The
think you'll
only
get
successful dramatization is Bel Air. That's it.
Yeah.
Who else tried it? I just remember some spoofs. I remember seeing spoofs.
I don't think anybody else has
Yeah,
tried
I
it.
don't think
There
there's
was
been
talks
a.
of doing Martin like that and Saved by the Bell.
Oh,
and
yeah,
Single,
yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, come on, man, nobody.
Yeah, I don't think nobody ever actually did it, but I think it was more so a play off of like the Batmans, and I was like a more darker,
I mean,
more
everything.
sinister.
It's those cycles, man. Everything goes dark and nothing's funny, and then eventually everybody's like, just stop it. Like, just go back.
Yeah, once you start meddling in ridiculousness and it starts to get too much, then you just want to see something normal.
Yeah, like once you start to succumb to the outrageous demands of like trying to be like PC, like everything kind of dies. Like the art dies, and then it's gonna take the artist to come back and be like, no, fuck y'all, I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm gonna show y'all. And then it's like, oh, this is amazing. My bad. Like that's what happens every time.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Ursh got to sit down, like you said, Illa. One coach.
I hope so,
producer.
man. But I mean,
Yeah, a good
at this
soul
point,
album I would love.
Just need a soul album.
Yeah,
I'm
I
telling
would
you,
love
man.
that.
Yeah, just get a band together. Get
Fam,
Raphael Sadiq.
you seen
get
what
with,
happens when he just do a soul record?
October London. Get with a
How he
on,
when he
man.
performed the Superstar shit, how that shot back up.
yeah.
Well, no, the Tiny Desk. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
If you, but that's the shit that pisses me off.
That's
if
my
you
point.
did
See what
Tiny
works.
Desk.
We see what works.
If you did Tiny Desk as an acoustic version of what Usher can do with as a great vocalist, and then you give us a mixtape, a playlist album.
That's kind of my point too. It's like you got the Tiny Desk, like you have all these things that are accumulating up to being like, yo, he about to drop the joint on us, and it's just like, nah.
niggas succumbing.
Dog, look how many people
So, yeah,
died
man.
from this movie. She's dead.
AJ
AJ.
Ezel, my man, he dead.
Yeah.
Bernie Mac dead.
Yeah.
I mean, that's age, man.
I mean, it's age, but it's all. I mean, to kind of take it back to what Dougie Fresh was saying, like health is wealth, man. Like go
Bernie
to the
Mac
doctor.
aside, you can't really do nothing about that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot of people that they are not here no more, man, and it's
Shit, they showed it at the top. It had sausages next to pork chops, all on
Next
the
to
same
links.
grill.
hey, Fonte has one of them great lines of like, hey, nigga died. We went to a funeral. What's the
He
line?
said you die, turn around, eat the same shit to kill
Yeah,
you.
I was just listening to that song last week.
Nah, the shit that gets me is when he said you could chew yourself to an early grave.
Yeah.
That's when I put the burger down, man. That's all right.
Yeah, that what's it called? Expensive
Good
jeans. Good
Yeah,
jeans.
Yeah, man.
Oh, you want to kick it over to Spain? Yeah, because the internet talk wore me out today.
You were talking about. Go ahead.
My man Eduardo in Spain. I just saw this right before we started potting. This shit is crazy.
But this is wild.
This
If
is
this is
super
where it's
crazy.
going, this is insane.
This is fire. This is raising the bar. So Eduardo Riego, 205-pound heavyweight contender with a record of 8-2-0, faced off against 3 niggas in one MMA fight. And I'm thinking like he fought 3 dudes back to back and won all 3 matches. No, he fought 3 niggas simultaneously.
That nigga got his Bruce Wayne on.
He won the fight. So does that give you? Is that one win? It's just one match.
I guess, but
You
like,
just get
why?
one win?
My whole thing is now. I haven't even looked into this, but why is this like the next level of like, yo, we're gonna do a 3-on-1 match, and like it when you watch the video, it looks like chaos, man. Like it's just it looked like a gang initiation.
Well, it looks like there's no way he's going to leave out of this with a win. That's because they just all on top of him. Just
Hammer strikes. Damn.
But when the 2 that's on his back, I noticed he had one dude already passed out, and the dude couldn't tap out, so he passed out.
Yeah.
So by the time the ref brought him up, the dude was just like fell back like he was dead. So there's 2 to go.
Yeah, that dude
So-
asleep. Damn.
So he boxing with the other ones. He grabbed the other dude, submission. Got him out of here. Now it's 1-on-1. That's got to look like when Superman crumble your gun up. When he put the last dude to sleep, it's like
right. But I don't know, man. I kind of think that this kind of really ties into
this is fire.
Yeah, but
this is fire. But yeah, you do risk somebody getting fucked up.
Yeah. It's like taking it to the next level. Get people to look. Hey, let's just do 3-on-1. Like,
it just happened to win. How did this come about?
I mean, I assume it's
I'm trying to figure out how they came up with that idea. But I mean, that's UFC is they trying to expand to be like the true fighters. So, that is some real life shit. You ain't always gonna be fighting one nigga in the street.
It's crazy. Yeah, I want to see what like fighters are saying about it. You know what I mean? Right. Like what their reaction is to it. Like, do they think this is good for the sport?
I mean, if I'm that, I'll probably say no, because I don't want to do that. If I'm a fighter, like fight,
I wouldn't do that.
Like
if I was a fighter, like of course I'm just talking as a person untrained and all of that. But as a fighter, that's risky.
Yeah.
Yeah, three
professional
fighters all at the same time.
They look like they might have been a little less class as far as weight.
Yeah,
look like they were a little smaller, but that's still risky because somebody got you down. One kidney shot. Ask Houdini. That's all it takes. One kidney shot.
Fine.
And damn, yeah, he guillotined these niggas up out there. And then he got another one with a rear naked chokehold. Oh, that was the final guy.
Yeah, last one, he just got the lock on him. But that's crazy though, man. 3 fighters. Yeah, I'm interested to hear how that even came to be.
Because it seemed like the only way this happens if he's like, man, I beat all 3 of these. Right. It was like, word, yeah, they put beat something up.
Y'all ass.
you, here.
Right.
Yeah, if it's one of those, then sure. If
that's the only thing I could see. Like, that's insane to do. Well, fighting is insane for a career, but I gotta find out.
The history behind it.
Yeah, like legendary dog fight wild tournament. So this was in Spain. I don't even think this is legal in America. Can you do this shit?
Maybe not. Say, hey, they made it happen.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I want to get to like why they did that, but yeah, another pod, I guess.
Yeah. Do we? I don't really have much else.
I have nothing. Show, did you do the Black Hand Side? We still keeping it February?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uno momento.
Yeah. Damn, this movie looks crazy.
It's Baps, man.
This movie looks nuts. This is kind of like, was he spoofing on this, or was he just trying to?
A little sauce on it.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I mean, you see how everybody looks, so like,
yeah.
Everybody got gold teeth.
Yeah. It's Hollywood,
but they the only ones that look like this. Like,
yeah, right.
Everybody else look normal, but they the only ones that look crazy.
That's how it normally happens.
Is they pimps? I forgot the whole premise of this.
Yeah, because there's a element to pimping. Like, this is probably around 95, maybe 96. So there's an element from what the OGs tell me. Stewart Avenue before it became Metropolitan.
Yeah.
Where the thing was to go down and purchase a lady of the evening, that type of era. So like the pimping era is kind of what they highlight a little bit, but there is some sauce on this. It's not 100%.
Yeah, Metropolitan used to be live and in effect. Stewart Ave.
Live and direct.
It looked like
live and direct.
The sun. Where's that place in California where they all be at? It looked like that, where the chicks just be walking. They used to look like that. But and all the dudes, like this is around the time when I first moved here. A lot of the guys, the pimp shit was in effect. Niggas had finger waves, press outs, all of that shit was real.
Press outs.
I don't think I've ever seen a real pimp until I moved to Atlanta.
All right. Are we ready for Black Hand Side? Let us know, show. Let us know.
Yeah. We could. I just don't want to butcher this brother's name, but I'm gonna flow off the top. But yes, let's go.
Let's hit it.
Open the door, hey.
Let it slide.
Fonte soon is for the 100th time.
Hey, all right.
Right.
Yeah. So this month we keeping it Black History. I like to go with a little known fact, a little known celebrated hero. The gentleman's name is Henry Brown. He was a black soldier that was in the French Legion during World War I, and he single-handedly fought off an entire German platoon with just a bayonet and some grenades.
Damn.
Saved a couple lives in the process, and he wasn't rewarded until he was rewarded posthumously, actually, by Barack Obama. He was served the Medal of Honor from Barack Obama posthumously. But it's another one of those amazing stories in Black history that you just don't hear about.
Yeah.
Henry Brown, y'all.
Man, Henry Box Brown.
No, Henry Box Brown, that's another
different?
story.
Okay.
Henry Box
Gotcha.
Brown, and we can talk about that. Salute to him too. Henry Box Brown is the gentleman who mailed himself. They call him Henry Box Brown because he sealed himself in a box.
I remember this story, yeah.
And mailed himself from slavery to freedom.
That's crazy.
So that's another Henry Brown to be celebrated. But
Right.
you know, the original one.
What can Brown do for you? That's the
Yeah.
original.
Hey, man, fuck it, man. Let's shout them all out there.
Yeah, man. So
Henry Brown, the actor in Lethal Weapon.
see. But yeah, he's hard to look up. There's a lot of, you know, I could get y'all some information on the Henry Brown that was the soldier, the African American soldier that was part of the French Legion, fighting the German soldiers at that time. It's a lot of information that it's hard to dig up on him. A lot of these stories you know, it's hard to find, but they're out there. This one's true, and it truly is like an amazing story.
Nah, it sounds great, man. We got so many stories, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Get some writers, Monique. Y'all do some of our stories, man.
yeah.
So we ain't got to cry about what we ain't getting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
we gotta build it.
First episode. Put yourself on.
Put yourself on.
Yeah. All
Put
right.
yourself on.
I forgot LL Cool J's in the movie.
There's so many cameos in this.
Yeah. But as always, thank y'all for rocking with us. Another episode in the can. It's a good episode today, man.
That was a great episode.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody. And yeah, we just talking with our opinions, man. Hopefully it opens up some more conversations. But, you know, shout out to Monique and everybody, you know.
Yeah.
And we hope y'all get what y'all deserve. And we just look for some good art.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
We'll be looking.
We be looking.
We be looking.
We will definitely be looking, man. Wait. Okay, go ahead.
I had some art.
I will let Illustrate close it out tonight.
Nah, man, because you know we gotta do things the right way, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can't just be out here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We doing something, man. Gotta do it right. Let's go. Come on, man. What month is it? Let's do it.
Okay.
As always,
Okay.
we shall see y'all next week.
Yeah.
Thing to do with this. Please believe.
Giving the gangster love like even keys. The first piece worked by the set of these with cheese. And haters think I ain't peep they steez. Don't think I don't got peaks that'll squeeze the things. And trying to be MOP, you beat DOA. Me and my mans and them roll deep. And we don't play those games. No chain tucking. Only congratulated their hate. Fuck ya. Rock City down here in the D. Bling bling, it's time to make them envy. Let's do it.